Okay, we are at the start of week 4 of construction, and I know the last time we left off, I talked about showing you the bathroom, and I kind of forgot to show you the state in which the bathroom's at. Luckily, nothing else has changed so far. We've got some, mud on the floor there, and they brought some of the molding, but other than that, nothing has changed. They haven't done any work yet, so I'll just kind of do a little walk through and show you some of the stuff since I kind of just babbled the last time. Sorry. Like I said, we've pretty much just got drywall in place everywhere, and now you can actually see where the canned lights are and not just kind of have a whole bunch of wood and stuff. But I will quickly show you the bathroom. Hold on, let me find the light switch. That's not a lot of light, but there's gonna be a light there. We've got the shower, and hey, looky, the fan even works. I didn't know that. This is the first time I turned that on. Anyways, otherwise we just have the place where the sink and vanity are gonna go. It's really not that exciting, which is why I wasn't that excited about showing it to you last time. But that is the state in which the bathroom is in. I'm assuming since all the mud is in here for seaming the drywall, that's going to be the next step. Fingers crossed. But otherwise, you can kind of see more clearly where the TV is gonna go. We got some more of the outlets. This stuff hasn't really changed. Just kind of got wires hanging out now, and you can't really see any of the studs. So it's not that exciting. Hopefully by the end of all of this week, we will be a little bit further along, but otherwise, this is where we're at. So I wanted to come down here to take a look at what's going on. I'm not actually gonna go in there. It's a little bit of a mess because they've been mudding the seams for the past couple of days, and they've got it all over the floors. But I will turn you around and show you a quick view of the progress of what's going on. So like I said, it's a little bit of a mess right now. I'm not gonna walk in there. I don't wanna mess everything up, but we have the seams being filled. I think they sanded today, and that was the main thing, but it's coming together, and I'm kind of excited. I have no idea what the next step is gonna be, but we're slowly getting there. I always feel a little bit like it's Christmas every time I walk down here, because just seeing the changes.
The wonder of it all.
Oh, I wasn't sure if they actually did anything, but guess what? They did. So it looks like they started cleaning the floor, which much appreciated, but mainly they did the texture on the ceiling. I know, super exciting. I'm excited about it because it means we're making progress. Score! But I think that's mostly what they did. At least that's all that I can see from here. Like I said, I'm still a little afraid to step on that floor. So yeah, slow and steady. And this is the last work that they will do for the week, Saturday and Sunday. There won't be any progress, so this is where we're at. So I have to admit, that was probably the most terrifying way to wake up this morning. My husband rolls over. He tells me, I think that's the alarm starting to go off. And then he shuts off the alarm, and I'm like, why would the alarm be going off this early on a frickin' Saturday morning? Apparently, one of the contractors had decided that he needed to do some stuff in the basement. We did not have pre-warning of that and had the alarm set. I'm awake now. That's fun. Let's see if I can get this done before me. I want to know why we got woken up this morning. So we're gonna go find out. Well, they picked up their stuff, but I literally think that is the only reason why. I'm guessing that's what it was. otherwise, everything looks normal. Cool. So I wanted to sneak down here before any of the workers showed up because it sounded like they were doing a lot of stuff yesterday. I think it was mostly cutting the baseboards. And they've primed all of the walls. So that's something. We're getting there. Can't wait to see those in place. So I'm constantly just curious at this point of what's going on down here. So probably going to be checking in daily to see what's going on because I hear a lot of noise going on and I need to know. First came down here and I couldn't tell what they did, but I will show you what they did because I finally realized what was actually going on. Do you see it? Yeah, they got door frames in. There's a random door right there. And then they actually have the door completely on down here. So this, I believe, is probably the door that used to be at the top of the stairs that used to drive me nuts because it was nearly impossible to get into the basement with how tight and narrow it is up there. So figure to save a little money by ripping that door out and using it down here, which I think it works well. Otherwise, I don't think they did very much. I mean, for as much noise as they created down here, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more than just door frames, but I suppose, you know, I suppose that is a lot of work. I'm excited to see what it looks like when all the doors are actually on and closed. So I got a good old stinking kick out of this, the fact that when they re-put on the plastic sheeting after they started framing out this door, they put it on upside down. I'm not even 100% sure I can reach that. Oh, I can. It's like magic. I don't know if I'll be able to put it back up. So it looks like they're a little further along with the framing. And they've started some of the baseboards right there, which is exciting. And of course, that's the door that's already in. Sorry, I'm probably making you really, really dizzy. But these are completely framed out, which is nice. And there's a view of the actual door with no door handle. That's cool. Oh hey, we actually have a door on the utility. That's cool, because see, the thing here is that this opening from here to here is actually wider than normal. So you can definitely see it side by side, that's way bigger. And I don't know if you can hear the cat right now. She's just crying. I don't know why. But yeah, it's cool. I honestly though, but this thing right here, I have no idea. No idea. But as you can see, there are some bookcases back here that we just threw here for storage reasons. I'm starting to think that the two on the sides, I want to pull out at some point and paint, and then put along this wall. I'm getting ideas. Maybe that's what I'll do. And of course, this is the view from down here. So they've got it cased out from this side. They just need to add the stuff on the other side. They'll probably do that tomorrow, would be my guess. Because I think they still need to finish this off, because as you can see, there's a piece of wood just hanging out in the framing. Cool. Now I gotta call my husband to help me zip this back up. So I will say, I am super excited about the basement. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited that it will be finished soon. I'm excited that we're doing it. But
some of the little things that have been happening because of the work going on, the life stage we're at right now, the things going on in the world, I'm just kind of all over the place. So when I went to go, check everything tonight before we go to bed, set the alarm and all that, realized that the basement door sensor apparently wasn't registering. It said the basement door was open. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe the workers left the door open or something. It's totally possible. So I went down there to look and realized, no, the door is fully closed. Apparently, at some point today, the sensor got broke. So I spent about a half hour panicking, calling my husband down, trying to find this little tiny piece that needed to be reattached to the door so that it could actually register and we could set the alarm and some rando person couldn't come off the street and kidnap me or whatnot, because I like to make up those kind of scenarios in my head, because panicking and overanalyzing and anxiety is a good thing for me. Found the sensor. My husband found the sensor. I'm very thankful for him and his level-headedness and his eyeballs and not being me. Managed to jerry-rig it back up so that the sensor is now registering. We can set the alarm. No one can come and steal me in my sleep, because that's what people do, especially around here. They don't. That's not really an issue. But it's the fact that we can't lock that door right now. So I need, for my state of mind, to have that sensor so that we can set the alarm. I'm glad that we can have it back and panic over. Once all of this construction is done, we'll probably find a more permanent solution for that sensor, because it's not very pretty looking right now, but it's functional, and that is what is important. But once everything is finished up, I'll probably make it a proper fix to the door. That is pretty much, I just wanted to tell you that little story. These are definitely the things I want to remember when I look back and remember this remodel process. This is not something that I could do on the regular. I give props to people who can do this for a career and can do this for other people and organize and make sure and not stress out about things. I think this whole process probably would have been a nicer process if I wasn't here for the whole thing. I could actually leave the house and not think about it for a while, but it's kind of always at the forefront, and I'm dealing with all of the dust it generates and dealing with the allergies and everything that does to my body and just being drained from the stress and anxiety of all of it. My little whine session is over. I'm very privileged, and I understand that. One of those moments, just had to get it off my chest. It's fine. I'm very glad that this is actually being done, and once it's finished, it's going to be amazing, and I'm never ever going to fix anything in this house ever again unless it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing it myself, because it's only going to be little DIY projects here and there. Nothing this major ever again, because I can't. So I thought I'd sneak down here because they were making some serious noise. And honestly, there's not a lot that I can pick up on, but they have cased out this sliding door, this framed back out with some nice wood and flush with the drywall. We've got a little bit more baseboard. It's not completely finished out yet because it'll continue to someplace on this corner where the bookshelves will start. But then it comes all the way along here, and of course all the way along there. And then we need this whole wall done, and that wall, and then of course the stuff around the sliding door. They were here for a long time. I don't know a lot about construction. I'm pretty sure it's probably mostly the casings around the door and the window. That was a lot of the work done today. We're supposed to only have one more week of construction. I don't know if that's going to be the case because we have 0 floor. We have 0 lights. And then if you walk this direction, we have 0 bathroom. Oh, and here, there's gonna be trim in here too, and there's no trim yet. But how can you do trim? Well, I guess it's easier to put trim in before the toilet goes in, but I mean, that whole wall, it's not gonna have anything on it. It can have trim. The vanity, of course, is gonna go here, and you're not gonna have to trim around that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm clueless when it comes to all this stuff. It will get done soon, I suppose. Okay, real talk time. I'm excited about this project, but right now I'm at a point in this project that is driving me nuts, and I'm ready for it just to be done. But guess what? We're behind schedule. So they've tacked on 3 more weeks. We were technically supposed to be done sometime this week, but because of everything going on and labor issues and supply issues, we've got about 3 more weeks. We're 3 weeks out, so we're only 2/3 of the way through the project right now. The next thing, I know they were here all day today, and I know sometimes you can't see things that they do. They were here for 9 hours. We have a cased window, and that's all I can find. I mean, granted, we have a little bit more trim everywhere, and I think they did some measurement for the stairs and getting some of that stuff figured out. Sometimes I just want to be down here and just see how the day goes, because I shouldn't judge, because I know they probably did a lot of measuring and figuring out, especially since I finally have 3D renderings of what the bookcase is along both of these walls, and I will quickly insert it here. It doesn't have any coloring or anything, and there's some modifications that probably are gonna have to wait until we actually start installing, but I actually know what it's going to be looking like now. Can't wait to see it in the space, because as cool as it is, 3D rendering, the depth and my feel of the grandeur of what this could be and what I'm hoping it will be can't really translate into a graphic, let's be honest. I know they're doing stuff. It's just one of those things that we've been doing this for 6 weeks now. In the very beginning, it didn't feel like we were making any progress. And then drywall went up, and I thought the progress was just gonna keep on a very safe flow, and I was gonna be able to see things, and trim is taking so stinking long. I don't understand. I know there's someone who's going to be correcting me in the comments or just in life that, hey, it always takes some time, but trim. We're stuck on trim right now. At some point, we will get the rest of the bathroom stuff. We're waiting on the vanity, we're waiting on the countertop, we're waiting on the sink, we're waiting on the lights. We're still waiting on the actual can lights. I haven't seen any paint yet, but I mean, we're not to the stage of paint. Flooring hasn't come yet. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that need to come, and so it doesn't really matter that the trim is taking this long. It's just one of those things that I just want to be like, oh, and see a whole bunch of stuff, and we're not in any of those stages anymore. I'm being a brat right now. I apologize. So, new happy moment, new realization. A lot of what they were doing, minor stuff. This board right here used to have a beveled edge, and they cleaned it clear off. This step is slightly new because the previous owner had let his dogs chew this corner, and I think it's a little shorter than it was. So there was stuff being done. I mean, especially with the loud noises that were happening, and as you can see, they've got the rest of the trim for this area kind of mapped off. From the mini conversations I was overhearing, sounds like they're having a little bit of issue trying to figure some of this out to make it look somewhat decent. But yeah, this is kind of adorable. Sometimes I think I just want to frame some of the chicken scratches out because it's kind of cool. I mean, you can see where they were trying to figure out stuff. I have no idea what they landed on. And if I'm honest, I kind of hope they went with option number 3. But that's just my personal taste. So I don't have a lot of new things to show you because it's still pretty slow progress. But I did find the stockpile of all the stuff. There's a toilet and a mirror and hardware and a faucet in there somewhere. So we actually have some stuff, which gives me a lot of promise and makes me feel a little bad about my moment yesterday. I apologize for that. And I've also completely finalized a lot of the details about the bookcases. We're going to be doing some pretty cool things with that. Like I said, I don't honestly have a lot to show you. They've been doing some stuff with the stairs that I don't even know if you'll see on camera. A little bit of edging. That's about it for today. So this is probably going to be my last update for this section of the work happening down here, the vlog style, whatever I want to call this, updates. This is going to be the last update or progress. I don't know. And I'll probably edit this later tonight or tomorrow and have this uploaded so you guys can all see what is actually going on. But right now, I know I had a moment last week where I'm like, there's no progress happening. Okay. It is still slow. I was just having a moment. It's going, but it's slow. As you can see, they're starting to do, I don't think you can even see the marks, but they're starting to draw lines on the wall for the bookcases and all that kind of stuff. And they finally finished out the framing of the stairs. I don't know if you can hear Nissa right now, but she's just crying. Maybe I'll just go upstairs and give you the rest of the update because honestly, it's just all trim and it's not really that exciting. But overall, things are going forward. It's probably these next couple of weeks where stuff is really gonna start getting exciting and they're gonna start adding paint on the wall and putting those bookcases in, and at that point things are happening. Really, Kat, do you want to say hi to everybody? Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna break it up into a couple videos, maybe do some more of these update stuff. Probably have a completely different video that has me designing and organizing those shelves. So I'm gonna break this series up into a whole bunch of different videos, thoughts, ideas, but otherwise I'm gonna cut it off here and I'll have more updates soon.